In the super crowded world of education today, every single school is looking for a way to stand out. It's not just about great test scores anymore, right? You need a real brand, a reputation for excellence that people talk about, well beyond just your own neighborhood. So what's the secret? How do you build that kind of reputation?
Right? That's the million-dollar question. How do you go from being a really good local school to an institution that's recognized on a national level? The answer, it turns out, is all about creating a story of success, a story that actually travels.
And here's the secret sauce. A top-tier reputation, it's not just about the final grades. It's built on the opportunities you provide. It's all about giving your students a stage where they can compete, learn, and prove just how good they are on a national or even an international level. So let's dig into how that actually works.
Okay, so where do these opportunities come from? Well, this is where a really interesting organization called the EduHeal Foundation, or EHF, steps into the picture. They've literally built an entire universe of competitive exams designed to create exactly these kinds of high-stakes, high-reward moments.
EHF's universe kicks off with the fundamentals, the stuff every student is familiar with: maths, science, English, cyber, and general knowledge. These Olympiads are built to line up with what's already being taught in school, so they're a challenge that feels reachable but still really pushes students to go further. But this is where things get really interesting. EHF doesn't just stop at the basics. They go way beyond, into these super specialized fields like biotechnology, space science, even business and finance. We're not just talking about covering subjects here. We're talking about connecting students to actual modern career paths. I mean, just let that number sink in for a second. 13 different Olympiads. This is so far from a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's this massive ecosystem of competition, covering students from the first grade all the way up to the 12th, and hitting pretty much every academic interest you can imagine. So a student brings home a trophy. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it? But that single win, it creates this powerful ripple effect, a chain reaction that can transform not just that one student, but the entire school.
Let's just break down the strategy here, because it's brilliant. First, every single win helps build your school's academic brand on a national stage. Second, EHF actively promotes the top performers on their websites and social media, which is basically free media exposure for you. And third, it sends a crystal clear signal to new parents looking at schools: this place is serious about excellence. And this isn't just about how things look from the outside. Internally, it completely lights a fire. It creates this culture of excellence. Students get motivated to look beyond their textbooks, teachers get to step up as real mentors, and the entire school community gets a huge boost in both skills and recognition. Okay, so all this sounds amazing in theory, right? But how does it actually work on the ground? Let's open up the playbook and check out the nuts and bolts, from how you sign up to how you get your results. Getting involved is actually super simple. There are two main paths. The standard way is through the school, where a teacher coordinates everything. But, and this is so important, if a school isn't participating for some reason, students can just go online and register themselves individually. It means no one gets left out. Now, the prizes are definitely a big motivator. I mean, there are some serious cash awards and medals up for grabs. But honestly, what's even more important is that every single participant gets a certificate and a detailed performance report. It's really about recognizing the effort, not just the final win. So what's the test itself actually like? Well, they've designed it to be really low stress and easy to get into. It's all multiple choice, and here's the best part: there is no negative marking. That encourages kids to take a shot and answer every question. Plus, with options for online or offline exams, it's flexible enough to fit into any school's schedule. Right, so we get the what and the how, but let's be real, there are a lot of competitions out there. In that crowded landscape, how does EHF really stack up? Let's put it all into context. When you put EHF side by side with other private Olympiads, its unique strengths just pop. It's not just the huge range of subjects, it's the absolutely game-changing partnerships they have with giants like ISRO and the Bombay Stock Exchange. You add mentorship from IIT Delhi and lightning-fast results to that, and it's just in a completely different league. And if you remember only one thing from this, let it be this: the ultimate prize here isn't the medal. It's the real-world exposure. It's the chance to literally stand on a trading floor or meet the scientists at a space research facility. These aren't just competitions. These are career-defining experiences.
So, what about those super prestigious government Olympiads? Well, they serve a totally different but still vital purpose. Think of it this way: the government exams are like the Olympic trials. They're trying to find that one in a million student to represent the entire country. EHF's mission is different. It's about building that foundational competitive experience for thousands and thousands of students, making it the perfect training ground.
All right, so we have looked at what EHF offers, the impact it can have, and where it fits in the whole competitive landscape. After all that, what's the one big idea we should really walk away with? It all comes down to this single, powerful idea. Bringing trophies home isn't just a win, it's a message. Every single award a student earns is a public statement about your school's standards, your commitment, and the incredible potential you see in every one of your kids.
And that really leaves every educator out there with a pretty fundamental question to ask about their own mission. Is your goal simply to teach the curriculum, or is it something